honest with ourselves for a second. Being a human is embarrassing. Like, we're all out here just doing the most awkward things imaginable, pretending it's normal. So today, I'm going to be talking about the most embarrassing things everyone does. The things that keep you up at 3 a.m. So, let's do it! Let's start strong with the accidental spit. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You're mid-conversation, everything's normal, and then suddenly your mouth decides to betray you. A tiny droplet of saliva goes launching out of your mouth like it has its own dreams and aspirations. Like it woke up that morning and decided, I'm gonna ruin your life today. And of course, it never lands anywhere harmless. No, it always lands right in the middle of their face. And the worst part is, they always notice. Always. Because, I mean, who wouldn't? You just got slapped in the face with saliva. So, of course, they do that tiny little flinch they do, the little like, oh, yep, that hit me. Then they pretend that they didn't feel it, which somehow makes it 10 times worse because we all know you felt it. I saw it hit your face. You felt it smack you, so we both know it's there. I even remember one time I was talking to a guy I really liked. Like, really liked. And mid-sentence, I saw this tiny drop of saliva go flying out of my mouth in slow motion. I swear I heard dramatic music when this happened. And then it lands right on his lips. His lips! And of course it makes a tiny little oh face because he felt it happen. Meanwhile, my brain goes into panic mode because I really liked him and now my DNA is on his lips. So, of course, I was absolutely mortified and I started to decide how I would escape town. Should I get a new identity? Should I just run away? Should I join the circus? Like, I gotta get out of here. This is way too embarrassing. Anyway, moving on, now we have the accidental wave. This one is universal. You know, someone waves, big smile, lots of enthusiasm, looking like they're greeting their long-lost soulmate. And your brain immediately goes, oh my gosh, they love me and they're definitely waving at me. So, of course, you wave back, and not a subtle wave either. No, you full-on commit. Full arm extension, full wrist action, you're waving your life away. Soon though, you realize that they were not waving at you. There was someone standing behind you. This is bringing back flashbacks. I can't deal with it. It's way too embarrassing. But wanna know the worst part of this all? It's the emotional whiplash. Because you go from, wow, people actually like me, to, oh, I'm just a background character. I'm an NPC. So now you're standing there like a complete NPC, not knowing what to do. Like, do I walk away? Do I pretend that I'm on a phone call? Do I just get off the face of the earth? Like, I don't know. Anyway, if that wasn't enough social damage, let's move on to something that should be illegal. Somebody walking on you using the washroom. This one is actually traumatic because you think you locked the door, you swear you locked the door, you even did that little jiggle test to see if you locked the door. So you're in your little bathroom bubble, scrolling on your phone, minding your own business, and suddenly the door swings open like a horror movie. Like the villain has literally arrived. And you make eye contact with the person. And they make eye contact with you. It's honestly the worst eye contact in existence. One time this actually happened to me in Starbucks. A Starbucks. I was literally mid-squat and this poor lady just comes right in. We lock eyes, time stops, and she goes, oh, sorry. Like that fixes anything. You're literally seeing me in my most vulnerable state right now. And the worst part of it all, I had to walk out that bathroom and make eye contact with her again because she still had to go and was waiting for me to get out. Everything about it was horrible. Next up, we have tripping in public. This one is a classic, a staple, because I swear everyone's done this at least once in their lives. You know, like you're walking confidently, feeling actually good about yourself for once. You're like, wow, I low-key feel like I'm on a runway. I'm feeling really good. But then your foot catches on absolutely nothing. Like nothing. Not a crack, not a pebble, literally just air. The air really said, let me ruin your day. So you go plummeting to the ground and everyone just looks at you in complete astonishment and concern. Honestly, when this happens to me, I kind of just want to stay on the floor and just never get up again. Because really, what's the point? And if your body isn't failing you externally, oh, it certainly will internally. AKA, your stomach growling in a very quiet room. This one's honestly embarrassing for no reason because really you can't control that. But it's still so humiliating because I swear it only ever happens when the room is completely silent. You know, when everyone's focused, when you can literally hear people breathing, you can hear pencils scratching, and you can even hear your own heartbeat even. Then suddenly, your stomach goes... It's like a demon trying to escape, like it's trying to audition for a horror movie. Like, I had this happen during a test once, and the room was literally funeral silent. Like, you could even hear the dust settling. And my stomach did this long, dramatic sound that honestly sounded like a dragon waking up from a 1,000-year slumber. And everyone turned. Everyone, even the teacher. And the teacher honestly looked at me like I had disturbed the peace of the world. And I'm sitting there pretending that it wasn't me because, like, why would I want to admit to that? That's so humiliating. But everyone knew because it was so incredibly loud that it only could have come from one direction, and that's where I was. And I'm sitting there pretending that it wasn't me because why would I want to admit to that? Like, no. Please, that was not my stomach. What? What do you mean? Anyway, if the stomach growl won't humble you, the sidewalk tango will. Because who else has tried to pass someone on a sidewalk or in a hallway, and you both decide to go the same way, so you start doing this weird waltz. I know it's happened to you, because it's definitely happened to me. I hate it. Because you're trying to pass someone, right? Like, okay, I'll just go around them. Easy. But then you both go the same direction. Like, I'm going right, then now they're going right. I'm going left, they're going... Like, we're going the same way all the time, and there's like no getting out of it. So now you're in this weird synchronized dance that none of you signed up for. You're basically doing a TikTok duo dance with a stranger. But there's no music, no choreography, just pure panic. Then you both do that awkward laugh like, sorry, we just go around you. It's honestly a cry for help. And inside you're like, I can never show my face again. I need to leave Earth. Because nothing humbles you faster than doing the waltz with a random stranger. Anyway, moving on, let's talk about teeth. Specifically, when things get caught in there and nobody tells you. Because, you know, you just ate your lunch and now you're smiling, having a good time, talking to people. Meanwhile, the salad you ate at lunch, it never even entered your stomach because it's all in your teeth. Like, I'm talking about you have a full garden in there. An entire botanical exhibit. And the worst part? You don't even know. Like, you're just going about your day, spreading smiles and leafy greens, apparently. Like, I remember one time I had an entire spinach leaf stuck in my teeth the entire day. And I'm not talking about a tiny piece here. Not even a little speck. This thing had roots, okay? Like, there was an entire ecosystem in that leaf. And I talked to so many people that day, like so many, and nobody told me. But yeah, no, eventually I went to the bathroom, looked in the mirror, saw this thing, and woo, I was real embarrassed. Anyway, if your teeth aren't embarrassing you enough, don't worry, because your body definitely will. AKA the accidental fart. This one's absolutely humiliating because it's not only your body betraying you, it's your body betraying you loudly. Like, you're just out here trying to live your best life, and then your butt decides to speak without permission. And it always happens when it's dead silent. Like, I'm not even kidding, the universe hits mute just for your butt to do this. One time I bent down to tie my shoe, and my body was like, oh, we're bending? Perfect time to release a fart. So of course, you know, it just slipped out, and it was pretty loud. And the person next to me did that little, oh god. They didn't want to acknowledge it fully, but you can tell that they heard it. They didn't say anything, but by their face, I can just tell they were appalled. Moving on, who else finds it so embarrassing when your bag is open and you don't know? I do. I think it's low-key embarrassing. You know, like you're walking down the hallway or walking down the street, thinking you look kind of cute, thinking you look good. Meanwhile, though, your bag is fully open. Everything inside is just on a display. It's like a museum. Stuff is falling out. There's like receipts from 2019. There's weird pencils. Just things are just on a full-on display here. And then eventually someone decides to finally tell you that, hey, your bag's open. And you have no idea how long you've been walking around like this for. Was it just a minute? Was it like the entire day? Like, I don't know. So you're kind of just standing there like, oh, this is so great. I love this for me. This is amazing. Anyway, who else has ever said you too at the worst possible time? Like, just picture this, okay? A waiter gives you your food and says, enjoy your meal. And your brain, instead of doing its job, just panics and goes, say something, anything. So, what do you respond with? Thanks, you too. Like, what? Is the waiter gonna sit down with you and enjoy the meal as well? Like you're about to share a romantic dinner? Like, no! And the second it leaves your mouth, you're like, what am I doing? Why did I say that? And speaking of things that make you question your entire existence, why is pulling a push door so humiliating? Like, I feel it shouldn't be because it is just a door, but somehow it feels like a personal attack. Because, you know, you pull the door, it doesn't move. You pull again, harder, because you think you're somehow the Hulk, and still nothing, the door doesn't move. But now you're committed, okay? Because you've pulled twice, and people have certainly seen you. And someone walks by, doesn't even break a stride, and pushes the door door right open. And they do it so effortlessly, like the door was never the problem. You were, because you literally were. You were pulling a push door, lady. But anyway, now you have to pretend like you were testing it. Like, yeah, I knew that it was a push door, okay? But I want to make sure the door was designed right, okay? Like, whoever designed it, I want to make sure it actually works well. Obviously, that's a lie. You're just being dumb, but you can't let people know that. And if doors were enough of a threat, technology certainly is. Because sending a text message to the wrong person is the worst thing ever. Like, this is how people lose friendships, relationships, family, everything. It always causes drama. And it's embarrassing. You know, like you're ranting, you're full speed typing, your thumbs are going at a mile a minute, you're not even proofreading, you're literally possessed, okay? Your thumbs, they have a mind of its own. And then you hit send. You have instant relief. You're like, yes, I have spoken my truth. But then you look at the name and you realize, I sent this to the person I was talking about in the text! So now you're staring at your screen, not knowing what to do, because you sent the text that you were trash talking somebody about to the person you were talking to the person. Like, what do I do? Anyway, you're frozen, you're sweating, your brain is bargaining with the universe. You start praying to like every higher power, like, please let their phone be dead. Please let them never see the message. Please make their phone blow up. Then you consider just leaving Earth and moving to Jupiter, because that would be much better than ever facing this person in real life again. And kind of going with that one, who else has accidentally liked someone's post from like years ago? I'm guilty. Like, you know, you're stalking someone's profile. Don't lie. I know you've done this, okay? And you're scrolling deep, okay? Not just a little deep. You're like in the archives. You're back to 2017. You're basically an historian at this point. And then your finger slips and hits the like button. And the sound your soul makes when this happens, it's like a scream mixed with a window error. It's not pretty. Like, you immediately go into panic mode and you're like, oh my gosh, no! You unlike the post as fast as you can, but deep down, you know that it's too late. You know that they got the notification. You know that they know you were scrolling deep. You're now a stalker. Sad times. And now, before we wrap up, we need to address the most awkward human ritual ever. Being sung happy birthday to.
Happy birthday to you.
Nothing, and I mean nothing, prepares you for this moment. You're sitting there, everyone's staring at you, the cake is in front of you like a spotlight, and you don't know what to do with your face. Do you smile? Do you laugh? Do you sing along? Do you look at the cake? Do you make eye contact? Who knows? Literally, who knows? And the song, it's so slow. Like, why does it feel like it lasts 45 minutes? So you're just sitting there like, please, someone end this! Blow out the candles for me, knock me out, just get me away! And then, when it finally ends, everyone cheers for you like you're winning an award, which honestly I deserve after that, because, whew, that was awkward. Anyway, these are just a few of the embarrassing things that we all go through as humans. Comment your most embarrassing moment down below, because I'm sure it'll help us feel better about ourselves. And of course, thanks so much for watching. Bye!